Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world watching this. Welcome to the Monday Project meeting. It is Monday, May 6th. We open this week with our regular scheduled Friends of Mozilla. I'd like to start out with a big thank you to our audio-video support team that ensures this meeting is available to the world every week. It's no small task bringing us all together through video and ensuring that we have quick on-demand turnaround. So thank you to our AV team. Next time I'll get all your names in the list. I was a little late adding it this time. Sorry about that. The Mozilla Tech speakers were super busy last week, delivering a combined total of 15 talks and workshops at developer events around the globe. A big thank you to Anhana, Miguel, Eugenio, Felipe, Hujing, Irene, Santosh, Cairo, Guy, Carolyn, Daniele, and Isa for helping to spread their message about Mozilla and the open web. Thanks to all of our tech speakers. We have some events coming up this week. Let's see. Not this week. We have some events coming up Saturday, May 11th, Indie Web Camp in Dusseldorf. Indie Web Camp is a 2-day maker event for creating and or improving your personal website, using it instead of social media, and exploring the edges of decentralized web interaction and development. Again, that's Saturday and Sunday in Dusseldorf. And next week, we have an Indie Web Camp in Utrecht, a 2-day maker event similar to the one in Dusseldorf. Help improving your personal websites, using it instead of social media, and exploring the edges of the decentralized web. We have a long list of later events and tickets that you can check through in the wiki. I'm not going to read through those. We're going to move directly to our speakers. And as I was the first to get my item into the agenda today, we'll start off with a Firefox update. On Friday evening, we started to receive feedback that extensions were failing for Firefox users, and the Firefox team quickly identified that we had a certificate chain issue. We're extremely sorry to all the Firefox users affected by this issue. The TLDR is that one of the certificates used to authenticate add-ons expired, causing the signatures on all add-ons to break. The fix was to deploy a new certificate to Firefox users. A fix was developed Friday night and initially pushed out to desktop Firefox users through the Normandy infrastructure on Saturday. The fix was rolled out in a full QA dot release to both desktop and Android users on Sunday. There are still some outstanding issues and a list of those unresolved issues being worked on that can be found in the release notes. We'll be providing a full post-mortem on the incident as soon as possible, and for now you can also learn more about it by reading blog.mozilla.org/add-ons, where there's a great write-up that describes the incident, the problem, and our solutions for it. Firefox 67 is in the beta channel, and that ships to our stable release a week from tomorrow. We're basically done with Firefox 67. Firefox 68 is in the nightly channel. Today or tomorrow begins the soft code freeze. It ships to our stable release on July 9th. Over the last week, there have been about 475 bugs resolved as fixed. There weren't a lot of high-profile changes, which is what you'd expect in the last week of the cycle. All of our engineers front-loaded their heavy lifting. One change that I thought was worth mentioning is that Get User Media now requires secure origins. That means that if you want to use GUM, you need to have an HTTPS site, which shouldn't be a problem given Let's Encrypt's free encryption. This brings Firefox in line with Chrome and Safari, and if you want to, you can check out the dev platform post linked in my notes for technical details on why and how this is being done and how you as a developer may need to respond. With that, we move on to Josh from Developer Relations with the Emerging Technology Weekly Update.
Good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you are. So, this week was some really cool stuff. Impromptu wizardry. At the Smashing Conference in San Francisco, our own Jen Simmons live-coded design given to her in the moment. She had no safety net, no preparation. Sight unseen, she received a snapshot of a stylish 2-page magazine article layout, the embedded images for it, and an article plain text. It was asked to build it as a web page using CSS Grid. In addition to doing it, she provided color commentary in her analysis of the layout, thinking about the design, and showcased the power of Firefox DevTools. It's an amazing hour of creativity, expertise, and talent, which you can watch in video and read all of the subsequent buzz and feedback. Firefox Reality is steaming along. Mozilla is working with Valve to bring the immersive web to Steam VR. Mozilla will bring a desktop version of Firefox Reality to Steam. So that means you'll be able to install it from a new web dashboard button and launch a browser window over any OpenVR experience. So while you're in an immersive experience, you'll be able to tweet or chat or view video game walkthroughs or any of your other favorite web activities without leaving that immersive experience. Also, your cookies and bookmarks will be synced with your Firefox account, so you won't have to log in twice. Our latest research grants. Mozilla Research Grants 2019 are open for applications. For this funding series, we're only looking for proposals that answer any of a list of 12 specific research questions sourced from colleagues across Mozilla, and we've grouped into 3 categories: growing the web, new interaction modes, and privacy and security. The proposal deadline is May 31st. Please pass along our questions to your research networks. Mozilla's Web Things Gateway Update. Last week, we mentioned the launch of version 0.8 of our Mozilla Web Things Gateway, and the response has been great. We've seen 2,500 downloads of 0.8 and a jump in monthly active installations from about 600 just below the launch to 950 now. You can read more about the 0.8 release in our Hacks Post blog post or join the community conversation at Discourse.
For the Emerging Technologies Weekly Update. Next up, I believe, let me get back to my screen, we have Andrew Krug coming to us with the IT Minute. Andrew?
It's time for the Weekly Minute Update, where we tell you all the things IT is doing to empower Mozillians in their mission to keep the web a global public resource open. It's time for the Weekly Minute Update, where we tell you all the things IT is doing to empower Mozillians in their mission to keep the web a global public resource open and accessible to all. Our first update today on today's agenda is that we're migrating to a new mobile device management platform known as Simple MDM. Simple MDM allows us to manage iOS and macOS devices in the office spaces like the meeting room iPads. Migrating to Simple MDM should drastically streamline the speed at which we roll out the Zoom conferencing software, in addition to providing better support for iOS and macOS software updates in the future. Our second update, the one we've all been waiting for, is that Zoom is live today for all staff Mozillians. Check your email and follow the instructions to activate your Zoom account today. Video will be active until May 31st, 2019, and we'll give some more details on the decommissioning of video next week. If you're looking for Zoom training, good news. There are sessions available Tuesday and Thursday this week. These will also be recorded if you can't make one of the time slots, with more training coming next week. Finally, to assist you in making Zoom calls, the conference rooms have instructions that have been added to monitors along with quick reference cards. If you have questions or need any help, feel free to reach out and pound AVOps on Slack. Happy Zooming. That's the minute, and I'll see you next week.
Thank you, Andrew. And last but not least, we have Joe Chang coming to us from San Francisco with a Taipei products update. Joe?
Hello. All right. Hi, everyone. So good morning. My name is Joe Chang. So I lead the Taipei product team, and I'm here to give some updates about the Taipei products and what we've been doing these days. So Firefox Lite. So this should be the most familiar product for the most of you. So it is an Android browser for the emerging Asian markets, especially for users on entry-level devices and on unstable mobile networks. So we've shared in the last month a live feed, a new feature that we rolled out in India, Indonesia last month. It is a feature that allows users to see news and videos and more. So it is now available in those 2 markets. And we're continuing to iterate based on the feedback that we have been seeing from the users. And we've also just rolled out enhancements on private browsing. And we borrowed the idea from Focus. So we want to show the users the number of trackers blocked so that users are more aware of how the feature is protecting them, as we've seen private browsing being one of the features that users love, especially in India. Next page, please. Right. The next product, Firefox Screenshot Go Beta. So it is a tool for Indonesian users who love taking screenshots on a daily basis. So this is a tool to help them manage and find relevant information online via a text extraction feature, which we call OCR. So user can quickly search online again. So we launched the beta app towards the end of last year, and we've been iterating And in the last month, we've added features to improve the text extraction UX. And also we've allowed users to search the screenshots via text. So with the new release, we're seeing improvement in star rating, in usage, and in retention. However, it is not quite at the level that we expect it to be. So we're currently putting this product development on hold, but we're continuing to look at the data, and we'll jump back at it if we're seeing further traction. Next page, please. It's not showing the next page yet. Okay. Okay, now it's showing. Thank you. So the next project is called Check and Share. So it is the project in the early exploration and validation phase. So just to give a bit of context. So messengers are a core part of mobile usage in Asia. So in Asia, there are many chat groups created within messenger platforms, and there are tons of information that's being shared within the messenger platforms. And it is especially true for middle-aged people in Taiwan, where a lot of their knowledge is learned from those shared articles, whether they're fake or real. So we wanted to empower them with a tool to fact check before they share. So in the last couple of months, and we prototyped and tested with users. However, the market condition has changed. So Line, the player that with 90% of the messenger market share in Taiwan, recently announced to enter to offer similar solutions on their platform. So we're currently putting these ideas on hold at the moment before we have a better, clear understanding of what the platform player who has the majority, who is owning the platform, where we want to see how they're solving this problem first before we take further action on this. So I want to thank the team who has worked really hard and iterated on these. So all these learnings are going to be the great ingredients for the next ideas. And we have no shortage of ideas, as you can see on the screen. So we have all these backlog of ideas generated since January. And the team assesses these ideas by looking at 6 dimensions. So we look at the technical feasibility, user needs, business potentials, market scalability, strategy alignment, and competitive landscape. And we're actually having a new idea selection this week. So one of these ideas will move forward to the validation phase. So that's all the updates I have for today. And the team will provide more detailed updates at Whistler. So if any of you have any feedback or questions, so feel free to ping me or anyone on the Taipei team. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe, for that great update. I'll do a quick refresh of the agenda to see if anyone else came on. It doesn't look like it. So with that, we move into our closing section, which is introductions. And it looks like we have a couple introductions coming from Jonathan in San Francisco.
Yes, hello, I'm Jonathan. I work on the machine learning team in Pocket. I'm here to welcome Smita and Ian, who are unfortunately apparently still held up in onboarding. They're both working on the machine learning team. Ian is remote in Seattle, and Smita is local here in San Francisco. So thank you.
Welcome, Smita and Ian. And with that, we are all wrapped up for the week. Enjoy your week. I hope you get a lot done. We'll see you next Monday at the same time, same place. Until then, keep on rocking the free web.